Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to the Choral Mag Online Festival. Today, we bring you the best of Free State choristers. Sit back and enjoy these memorable performances, as well as enlightening commentary from conductors who put these great performances together. Enjoy.
Greetings, Mr. Masetle. Greetings to your viewers. This is an interesting way of looking into a conductor's mind, as together with their choristers or their choirs relay the message within the music to the people. It's a great initiative, and I think you must be commended for that, to you and your colleagues. It's a great work that you're doing. My name is Katlego Mapagela. I'm the former conductor of the Free State Choristers. I am the former conductor of the Northwest University Serenaders. I'm currently the conductor of a high school, Nkam Mahlali Secondary School, based in Northwest, where the music resides in our veins. You chose music during my tenure as a conductor of the Free State Choristers. And I don't want to waste time. Let me go straight into the point, straight into the music. I'll start with Yashingoma. You know Yashingoma, when you first start learning it as a conductor, the first few bars, it tells you that it's that type of song that you know that it's going to be, you know, you're going to have choirs on stage that are coming with fire. It's that type of song that you relate to. The first few bars, the prelude of the music, tells you that I'm at home now. This is home. You can hear with the melodies, you can hear with the syncopated rhythms that this is what represents me as an African choral practitioner. And it's a song that is well flavored, well spicy, a song that sparkles, a song that has longer lines. It's a song that is very complete. In fact, you as a conductor, remember that as Free State choristers, we didn't go to the nationals for about 3 years. So the Free State choristers, we were beaten for almost 3 years, from 2014, 2015, and 2016. Since the inception of that thing called the league, we were hitting this side and this side, and you know, we had to go and make some research as to why are we beaten? What's so special about other choirs? And fortunate part, they then prescribed this Yashingoma song. So it became very difficult to say, you know, it was a thin line between getting the spice right and getting the music clean. So that time, 2017, because we were too scared that we were going to be beaten for the fourth time, we had to keep things subtle, we had to keep things clean. The approach to the music was, let's keep the music clean, let's keep the music straightforward, let's play to the book and see what happens. And fortunate part is that it worked. And we won, and we went to represent the Free State Choristers at the nationals. And I think that was the last year. I think that was the 40th. Yeah, NCF was celebrating its 40th anniversary.
Yashingoma, oh, pick up the
Mr. Masatlana, your second choice was Choristers, an excerpt from Norma. It was interesting. This is a year that was very interesting because you know that year is 2017 already. So they prescribed three Western songs. I remember the other one was Mi Manca la Voce by Rossini, but I don't know from which work. I can't remember from which work. And there was this other one, Scuridesti. It was three songs. I wasn't interested in the third song, but these two, Mi Manca and the Choristers, were making sense. Mi Manca all on its own, it's just a beautiful song. It's very beautiful. I mean, a lot of people were saying, this is a winning song, you know, and of course it won the competition. I think no, it didn't win the competition, but it was within the bracket of position 1 and 3. It was between the bracket of top 3. We chose Choristers. Music sounds very, very depressing. When you listen to it, it's very depressing. And the only way we could then say, how do we make this thing alive? How do we release this music? How do we, take it out from the paper and give it to the people? And we said, okay, the approach that year was that, okay, stick to the paper, learn the storyline, but there was the most important thing that we did that year is that we chose the right people to sing the music. We chose the right trio to sing the music. we needed people who would then take their emotions, put them out there, become vulnerable, and let people see what is inside their hearts. And ultimately, it worked during the provincials, and we went to the finals. The finals very stressful because all 9 to 10 conductors were brilliant musicians, absolutely brilliant musicians, super gifted human beings with brilliant choirs. The question is, how do you make yourself heard? And this is during the finals, of course. We had to release everything that we had. In a competition like that, you release everything that you had, that you have. You know, it's that or nothing. You just release yourself. You put everything out there. And I remember prior to, I must tell you something. I remember prior to the competition date, I was solely decided, we're not going to rehearse with you today. And it's quite a politics that I can't reveal. I can't reveal now. So they said, we're not going to sing today. We're just going to have our little strike. It was a stressful moment. And we had to go through, we had to have a run through. There was no way that we were going to sleep without a run through. And we met with this lovely human being, Michael Dingan, absolutely brilliant, a great mentor. If we talk as South Africans, if we mention the word Bramag, we know what we're talking about. So we met with him. He changed things in 5 minutes, magical things, and things that made that performance to be what it was. And I haven't had a chance to sit down and say, Bramag, thank you. But if this comes across, he must know that I'll forever be grateful. I'll forever be grateful as a conductor. I'll forever be grateful as his learner. So that's it. That's about the story.
Dumela Re Masetle and your viewers. Are lebogele the opportunity, but most importantly, the initiative, especially in these trying times, the COVID-19, just to keep our spirits up, ka music. Kyrie eleison was not my initial, first choice. I had chosen something else by Mozart, Gottheit über alle, but unfortunately it was taken by other choirs quite early in the campaign. We were just a little bit slow, I suppose. But Kyrie ended up being a good choice with the kind of choir that I had, and eventually the soloist that from the onset when we just sang that piece put a stamp on it and basically just grabbed it. And what was interesting about that experience, Kuru, the choir themselves then said it can't be sung by anyone except this particular one. So things kind of fell into place from that moment onwards. It was not easy because sometimes you try to explain something that you are thinking that is in your head, or as you are sitting alone, go to Zingoting, you are thinking about it and you truly see it happening, only to get to the choir and it's not happening as you had it in your head. Mari, I'm thankful for the choir, ka mokgwa ba itikileng ka teng, and eventually the kind of presentation re faneng ka yona, considering that there were two other choirs that were singing the same song, and in such a case, you have to make sure that you close all the holes that might be there in a particular rendition. So congratulations to the choir once more, a big one to the soloist, and the two choirs later on, I'd say they really tried. It's not an easy song. It's not very easy to control a piece like that, which is that slow, because any mistake that you make is amplified because of the tempo of that song. So re a leboga ke gona for all the efforts from all the choirs that sang that particular piece. Matlala. Again, a difficult piece. If you have the opportunity to listen, or maybe let's say to just put down the score and look at it and analyze and read, you will realize that that is not a very easy piece. One, the harmonic language that the composer put together, not very easy. Things have to be accurate. The usage of these unexpected modulations, especially in the second section, ya pina ew, really, these are things that I think they are ahead of its time. It will continue to be a difficult piece for quite some time. But the story itself, Samatlala, essentially you're singing 3 lines. That's very easy to memorize. It's just 3 lines. But the music that supports the story, that's what makes the difference at the end of the day. And so it took time really to get things where they should be. And maybe we never really arrived where I had thought we should have arrived. But on the day, it was good enough to help us cross over Jordan, so to speak. Like it's this opportunity as well to thank, there's a young man in Lesotho, Thabo. We call him Cosmo. That I had to go to places where you wouldn't find musical inspiration, but a wealth of traditional knowledge. And he did that for us. Kilebohe hape Mpinani Mokwatsi, whom I know because of our time co-serenade us. She also came through for me when I asked her to speak on Tate Waha and Tate George, pose certain questions. And indeed, the research that we did revealed enough tools to try and put together what would turn out to be a good product on the day. Thank you once again, Tate Masetle, for the invitation and also for your initiative. Take care and continue doing a great job that you're doing. Thank you.
Mr. Masetle, that song you chose is Coraggio si Coraggio, a Verdi composition. I have little to say about that performance, little. And this was prescribed. This was a melting pot prescription. With a melting pot, it's always difficult because people take these lovely music. The sooner they put, I mean, it's 15 songs and you have to choose one, and you know, you love this and you love that, you're confused. By the time you're confused, people take the music, and by the time you want to pick a song, to pick a piece of music, it's already gone to others. I mean, lovely, beautiful music with meat. But then we choose this Coraggio si Coraggio. It was better. It was a better song. And fortunate part is that year I had a backup of good singers, and I had a backup of good musicians. I remember Mr. Itimelempoe did so much. I want to be honest, I did not do much. Mr. Itimelempoe did all the technical stuff, and thanks to him, the choir sounded at least better on stage. We had Mr. Sidumo Jacobs, we had Mr. Michael Dingan who came, and the choir had brilliant musicians. You know, the music, there was never a point in time where I say, let me take time, because it was always people who have knowledge. People with knowledge, they were already there. Abu Mhloni Shwatlamini were there. So all these elements combined made the choir what it was that time. It sounded beautiful because there were a lot of musicians involved into the performance. And so mine was very simple. Mine was to be on that stage, direct the choir to where it had to go. And people loved it. That's what is important. People loved it, and it worked. Mr. Masetle, thank you so much. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much for this chance. Thank you, Choral Mag. Thank you to your followers. Thank you, South Africa, and may God bless our land. Thank you.